Alexander, who's also the registrar of the University of Guyana. And I would ask him to come forward, and he's going to tell you the purpose of the awards that we'll be handing out today. Let's give him a round of applause.
Sisters, I don't know how many of you know that in Swahili, kupenda is the infinitive form of the verb to love. Thank you very much, Sister Penda. The pleasure is mine today, first of all, to recognize indeed Brother Cook, because I think my presence here is totally due, completely and absolutely due to Brother Cook's maneuvers and persistence. I have been tasked to share with you the purpose of these awards. These awards indeed predate anything that I had to do with being the patron of the Education Management Committee, and I think that fact should be acknowledged. I myself remember years ago, I think somewhere in the vicinity of 17 to 18 years ago, when these awards were started on North Road. And again, I think recognition is due to Sister Violet because she was the shaker and mover in all of this. At that time, I was a mere donor, whatever little I could. But Brother Cook has seen it fit to ask me to be the patron, first of all, a member of the Sustainable Development Fund, which is now giving way to the Education Management Committee. And that committee has taken on the mantle of making sure that these awards stay alive. What's the purpose of these awards, which I refer to as the Special Scholastic Achievement Awards? The idea behind these awards is to give recognition to our young African brothers and sisters who have embarked on a trail, because this is not the end of what they're doing. It's to a large extent the commencement of what they're doing, but they have been able to excel in scholarship. And so these awards are intended in the first instance to give recognition to our young African brothers and sisters who have so far excelled in scholarship. In giving recognition to them, the awards are also intended to inspire other young African brothers and sisters to walk in their footsteps. So the hope is that though the awards are down to 2, that the multiplying effect of those who will seek to walk in their footsteps will be in the thousands. So it's much bigger than just this gathering. It's all about how we can influence young African Guyanese to aspire to scholastic heights. The intention also is for those who are awarded to aspire to greater heights. As I said earlier, this should just be the beginning of what they do, and they should go on from strength to strength and from height to height, having been inspired by this moment and having gained some momentum in their own aspirations. So that these awards in this year, now coming to an end, International Year for Peoples of African Descent, respond to the theme of the year because they're acts of recognition. And one aspect of the theme is the aspect of recognition. The extent to which we hope they will go from strength to strength also responds to another aspect of the theme, and that is development. That they would go through a process of continuous development, and that they would do justice to the talents that they have and to the opportunities that have been provided to them. So in that regard, it fits neatly into the theme of recognition, justice, and development. But it should be recognized that in all of this, we are talking about family, community, and the nation. They cannot do this alone. They have to do it in the context of the family from which they have come, in which they have been nurtured, and to which they can contribute. And the community and nation, which are the higher rungs of the social ladder, the cultural ladder, the ladder of the units of people with whom we have to work. And that in all of this, as they try to, as they are recognized, as they do justice to the talents that they have, as they go through the process of development, it's important to notice the importance here of Kwanzaa. Because those things can only be possible if in fact they work along the principles that are enunciated as the principles for Kwanzaa. If they understand the importance of unity, working in harmony with others, of self-determination, being committed to a cause, of collective work, of understanding that we cannot do it alone, that we have to work with others and to bear responsibility with others, of cooperative economics. And here I don't restrict cooperative economics to cooperatives per se, but the whole collective involvement in economic activity that can help to build one's economic strength. And that in all of this, there should be purpose. Purpose. And in the application of one's talents, there should be creativity, innovative ways of doing things, all backed by faith, having faith in the Creator and having faith in one's own self to be able to achieve. So that is what these awards are all about. How we inspire young people and how we get them to aspire, and how in both processes they contribute to the development of family, community, and nation, and how through that act of self-realization we all benefit from their being. So I would like to encourage all of you to follow us as we continue these awards over the years, and I hope that in the not too distant future our awardees will be brought into a process whereby during the year when they're reigning, they themselves can be active mentors for those who will aspire to the same heights that they would have achieved. And so I very much appreciate today that we have last year awardees with us. I appreciate that we have the awardee of 1998, Mr. Caleb, now leading the movement so we can move from strength to strength under the banner not only of the elders but of the young people themselves. Thank you.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'd just like to read out to you our past awardees We will start for the CSSE Common Entrance Grade 6 Assessment. 1999, Denicia Minerva Lowe. 1999, Petula Clark. 2000, Bertie Asino Johnson. 2000, Siobhan Codessa Wood. 2000, Kimberly Allison Moore. 2000, Alexina Christina Wood. 2001, Siobhan Shalisa Burgess. 2001, Jason Al Johnson. 2001, Dion James Bellamy. 2003, Karen Dolphin. 2003, Yana Marissa Moretta Edwards. 2003, Leon Long. Those were the past awardees for the CSSEE Common Entrance. Next we go to CXC. 1997, Carmichael Turn. 1998, Jaya Cromwell. 1998, Mr. Lennox Caleb. 1999, Mr. Alex Haynes. 1999, Rochelle Clark. 2000, Candessa Greenman. 2001, Dara Denise Holder. 2001, Kelly Toppin. 2003, Isan Reed. 2003, Abiola Jacobs. 2008, Yana Marissa Edwards. 2009, Roberta Abiola Ferguson. 2010, Candessa Alexander Barnes. 2010, Sophia King. Let's put our hands together for the possibilities. GCE, 1999, Delon Wilson. 2003, Hilaire M. Page. Cape, 2000, Mr. Lennox Caleb and Fiona Benfield, 2000. Let's put our hands together for our past. Brothers and sisters, this afternoon, you know, in everything we have to have a sound foundation. We at the EMC Education Management Committee of AGDA, we have a sound foundation in the early childhood development. So we are imploring you and encouraging you to send your kids out to school, because without a doubt, they will excel like the past awardees. Thank you.
Now, I've been told that in our midst, Miss Abiola Jacobs, whose name was read out in our 2003 awardee, she's now present. Can she please stand? And she is, that picture please, and then you'll see, she is a medical doctor. So please give her a round of applause. That is wonderful indeed. Thank you so very much. At this time, we will call on our last year's recipient. Oh, I just wanted to say that I think it's Lido. Oh, what's his last name? Help me, please, someone. Our recipient last year that topped not only Guyana, but the Caribbean. This is Lido. No one remembers the young gentleman's last name? Ford, that's correct. He could not be here with us today because he's leaving the country, but I do want to recognize him. And we're going to call on Miss Candace Barnes. Is she there? Miss Candace is last year's recipient, and we're going to ask her to present this year's award to Miss Janelle James.
privilege today to introduce and to present the award to Miss Jonelle Bianca James. Well, I don't really need to say a whole lot about her because she herself is going to come and, say what she has to say about herself. But I just wanted to let you know that you have to give her a big round of applause as I present the award to her. So please give her a Hi, good day everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna go into my speech. The truth about success. Now, I'm sure everyone has heard the saying, falling down doesn't make you a failure, but staying down does. Now, persons often take this in various contexts based on the particular situation, but a general understanding is achieved. It basically means that it is your decision as to whether or not you succeed. You are not a failure until you fail to try. Now, it is very disappointing and sad to know that some of Guyana's youths would have chosen to give up on school simply because it would have gotten challenging at some point. This decision results in an uneducated and unproductive individual, and this is where many youths in Guyana go wrong. They have the ability to do great things, excel, and truly improve Guyana, but as a result of regarding themselves as failures when they fall, instead of attempting to regain themselves, they fall short of their true potentials and are not much benefit to Guyana. It is therefore important that the relevant authorities in the education sector and within schools seek to encourage students to do the best they can do both academically and in co-curricular activities, and also advise students that they should never give up on a situation as success can be only 1 second away. Now, the following situations show us that even the best of us may do poorly at first, but determination and perseverance is what makes us rise and succeed. Beethoven's music teacher told him that as a composer he was hopeless. Yet he is one of the greatest composers known. Albert Einstein did poorly in school and even failed at running the family farm. Yet he became a genius mathematician and physicist and even won countless awards. Winston Churchill failed 6th grade, yet he became a prominent figure in the political sector and even won the Nobel Prize for Literature. And while we all know Michael Jordan, he was cut from his school's basketball team, yet he is now, and we know him as a great player. So all of these show us that, in the end, it is due to hard work and determination that we can master our skills. And, these persons, because they were able to master their skills, are now role models to a lot of people in today's society. Now, for me, there were many occasions in the past where I would have, failed at something, and I know I will continue to make mistakes in the future. But the mistakes I've made are the ones that have shaped me in my approach to learning. I could have chosen to give up and not believe in myself every time I failed to score good marks in an exam, but I chose not to because I know my true potentials and I know that by working hard it's about I become successful. And anyone once determined and encouraged will excel. So I'm going to leave you guys here with a quote. As Samuel Smiles said, we learn wisdom from failure much more than from success. We often find out what we'll do by finding out what we'll not do, and probably he who never made a mistake never made a discovery. Failure is not the enemy, but a life-changing experience. Thank you. Okay, at this time, I will now present the book award to Ms. Jonelle James. Now, Jonelle is receiving an award for obtaining 13 distinctions and 1 grade 1 at CSEC. I will now present present the Special Scholastic Achievement Award, which is in the form of a plaque. And the citation is, "Like a circle, the pursuit of excellence has no end. We salute your unwavering commitment to outstanding educational achievement. The Education Management Committee of ACTA honors Janelle Bianca James for her distinguished performance at the CXC examinations 2011.
I was honored, not me, but Janelle was honored to achieve 13 distinctions in the following subjects: English A, Biology, Chemistry, Geography, Home Economics, and Home Economics Management, Human and Social Biology, French, Spanish, Information Technology, Food and Nutrition, Physics and Mathematics, and the grade 1 in English B. Indeed.
Just want to inform that going throughout the country, about 15 reforms, but you wrote agriculture.
Yes,
That's a double award.
that's right.
I've written agriculture. On that double award, she has been top student.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cook. That is indeed. Now, before I call on Ms. Sophie King to do our next presentation, I just want to say that this next gentleman, Mr. Teron Allen, even though I have never met him, I feel that I did, because when I heard what happened, I called and spoke to his mom, because I was trying to get him down to Channel 9 on First Look, and then I was told that he was on another TV station, so we didn't bother. But I remember the conversation with his mom. I won't share it with you because the other young people will think that they don't have to work as hard, but Teron did exceptionally well. And I'm going to call on Sophia King, Miss Sophia King, who was last year's awardee, one of last year's awardee, to make the presentation to Mr. Teron Allen.
And happy Kwanzaa to all. Teron Randolph Alexander Allen was born to Teron and Allison Allen in the year 1999 on the 18th of May at the Davis Memorial Hospital, Georgetown, Guyana. He resided after birth at the 962 Cinderella City, Amelia's Ward, Linden, home of his biological parents. However, in 2001, he moved to St. Martin with his mother for 1 year. On his return to Guyana, he domiciled with his father Terence and two older siblings, namely Tracy and Candace Allen. Because of the absence of his mother, his two sisters played the mother role until the eldest left for Cuba on a Guyana scholarship for 6 years. She is now an agronomist. In the absence of his eldest sister, Candace solely assumed the role as Teron's mother figure. At age 3, he attended Cherry's daycare and play school. He learned very quickly and took part in many of the school's activities. After 1 year at play school, he was admitted to the Arnock Drive Nursery School in Retrieve under the tutorship of Miss Rockwell Chester Perry, his class teacher, and Miss Alison Blair, his teacher. Teron was very outstanding academically, and predictions were that he would do well at primary school. He lived up to that expectation. His grades were in the upper 80s in the grade 2 and 4 assessments. He gives credit to all his teachers, especially Miss Nikki Green, Miss Carla Barton-Hines, and Miss Lynette Babb, as teachers who created a positive impact on his primary school accomplishments. After Miss Lynette Babb migrated, Mistress Cheryl Wills was handed the baton, and under her guidance, Tehran excelled to top the country at the 2011 National Grade 6 Assessment to create history in Linden. Tehran has always had a zest for learning and has a habit of thoroughly investigating almost everything. He never liked missing school, even when ill, because he believed that other students would have gotten an edge over him. Tehran would always tell us after his examination that he will be going to Queen's College and was very positive and enthusiastic about it. At present, he attends Queen's College and is very active in sports and is a member of a number of clubs and societies, such as the debating, Christian, drama, football, and rugby clubs. Tehran is an avid reader and is working assiduously to become an aviation pilot. Now the award will be going to Mr. Allen, who attended Regma Primary School and gained a position at Queen's College with marks 537 at the National Grade 6 Assessment.
I'm so proud of Tehran. I remember his mom saying that he would take anything apart and fit it back together again. She says he was always so creative in everything, electronics and everything. And I'm really, really happy to meet you, Tehran. Oh, and by the way, we do have, I saw him earlier on, I don't know if he's left, but we do have an aviation pilot in the house. And Tehran, maybe later you can speak with him, okay, and get some tips. The task is mine to do the acknowledgements, and at this time we would like to acknowledge on behalf of EMC, ACTA, the Office of the President, Mr. Robert Corbin, Dr. Henry Jeffrey, Uncle Stan, Clarence David, Dawn Gregory Barnes, Lennox Caleb, Jeffrey Thomas, Lloyd Ford, Andrew Gittings, Floyd Scott, Derek Cummins, Blair Import-Export, Blimpex Custom Brokers, KLH Investments General Contractors, St. Peter's African Apostolic Church, Home Cook and Good Catering Service, Austin's Book Services, Nigel's Supermarket, Mickey and Seafill Anderson and Friend, Merklin Richard, Leslyn Bryant, Cummins Electrical, and Dr. Keen Gibson. I thank you very much for being patient with us.
Hi, my name is Tehran Allen. I'm 12 years old, and I am here today to tell you about myself and what I hope to see you do in the future. I am the top grade 6 performer for the National Common Entrance. I obtained 537 marks, and it wasn't achieving that goal. It wasn't very easy because you had a lot of lessons, night lessons, lessons in the afternoon, early in the morning before you go to school, and so on. You have to make a lot of sacrifices, and in this life you have to make a lot of sacrifices to get stuff. Sacrifice something for something. I always believed in rounded children, and I would like to tell you this: don't ever let your parents press you into books alone. You should do some amount of playing. So you should work hard and play hard. I would just like to say that in a certain time, although before I said you must play and you must be with your books, but at some point in time, coming closer to your exam or whatever, you have to sacrifice playtime for study time. And so it was very hard for me to sacrifice playtime for study time because I wanted to be with video games and on the computer and so on, but as I said, sacrifices. So I gave away something and I got something even better.
Hi, my name is John L. James, and I was honored to achieve 14 grade 1s at the recent CSEC sitting. Now, a lot of people ask me how exactly I was able to do this, but I had supportive parents, friends, and teachers, and of course, God helped me to achieve all that I got. Along with that, for me, during the whole studying process and everything, you should really look at your weak areas and improve there. For me, I had a problem with Spanish, and I really thought I was hopeless there, but I realized I had the problem, and I started to say, okay, I'm going to work on this and get through it. I know in the end I was successful. So I'm just encouraging you guys to try the best you could, and just every night, even if you don't want to be burned with studying, just go through something that will help you. Now, for the future, I hope to become a psychiatrist. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I guess I'm gonna see as time goes by, because I'm currently at Queen's College 6th Farm, and during my time there, I will sort out what exactly I'm doing and what exactly will be my next step. So at this time, I just want to encourage you to live your dreams and believe in yourself, and just work hard, and you will be successful.